Germany, the economic powerhouse of Europe, is facing a crisis. Recent data paints a bleak picture, with the economy shrinking for the third consecutive quarter. Projections for the coming year offer little optimism, with many economists predicting a prolonged period of stagnation or even further contraction. Persistent inflation, dwindling consumer confidence, and a decline in exports are key factors. The once enviable trade surplus has shrunk, signaling a loss of competitiveness in the global market. The German government now faces the daunting task of steering the country out of this crisis. At the heart of Germany's economic woes lies a crisis in its manufacturing sector. German factories, renowned for their precision engineering, are grappling with a multitude of challenges. The once reliable stream of orders has slowed to a trickle, leaving many factories operating below capacity. Soaring energy prices and the global shortage of semiconductors have hampered production lines. German manufacturers face stiff competition from emerging economies in Asia, particularly China. As factories scale back production, orders for raw materials and intermediate goods decline, impacting suppliers and logistics companies. This slowdown in economic activity translates into job losses and reduced consumer spending. Adding to the economic uncertainty is a growing sense of political instability within Germany. The once dominant center-right Christian Democratic Union has seen its popularity erode, while support for more radical parties has surged. The current coalition government has struggled to present a united front on economic matters. Disagreements over how to tackle the energy crisis and support struggling businesses have fueled public frustration. The political climate, characterized by bickering and gridlock, makes it challenging to implement necessary reforms. A clear and decisive plan of action is needed to restore confidence and stimulate growth. Germany's economic woes are further compounded by a shifting landscape in global trade. The country now finds itself increasingly exposed to the vagaries of a more uncertain and volatile world. The ongoing trade war between the United States and China has disrupted global supply chains and increased costs for businesses. As a major exporter, Germany is particularly vulnerable to these disruptions. The growing strategic rivalry between the United States and China is forcing Germany to reevaluate its economic and political alliances. Germany must adapt to a more fragmented and uncertain world, where geopolitical considerations increasingly trump economic logic. Germany's economic woes have sent ripples of concern throughout Europe. The once robust engine of the European economy is now showing signs of strain, and the implications are far-reaching. As the continent's largest economy, Germany's fortunes significantly impact its neighbors. The interconnected nature of the European Union means that when Germany sneezes, the rest of Europe catches a cold. The Eurozone is particularly vulnerable to a slowdown in the German economy. Financial analysts are closely monitoring the situation, as the euro currency itself could face pressure. Germany's troubles come at a time when the Eurozone is already grappling with multiple challenges. The economic landscape is fraught with uncertainty, and businesses are feeling the pinch. The ongoing energy crisis has led to soaring energy prices and concerns about energy security. Germany, heavily reliant on energy imports, is particularly affected, and this has a domino effect on the rest of Europe. Inflation remains stubbornly high, eroding consumer purchasing power. Shoppers are feeling the squeeze as prices for everyday goods continue to rise, making it harder for families to make ends meet. The European Central Bank must balance raising interest rates to combat inflation without pushing the Eurozone into a recession. This delicate balancing act is crucial for maintaining economic stability. A prolonged economic downturn in Germany could lead to a decline in demand for goods and services from other Eurozone countries. This would have a cascading effect, potentially leading to job losses and further economic contraction across the continent. It could also reignite concerns about the stability of the Eurozone itself. European leaders are convening to discuss potential measures to mitigate the impact, but the road ahead is uncertain and fraught with challenges. The ongoing conflict in Eastern Europe has forced Germany to confront questions about its security and defense capabilities. This has led to a renewed focus on strengthening its military forces and ensuring that the country is prepared for any potential threats. In response, Germany has embarked on a significant rearmament program, pledging to increase defense spending to 2% of its GDP. This commitment marks a substantial shift in policy, reflecting the urgency of the current geopolitical climate. Increased defense spending can stimulate economic activity, creating jobs and boosting demand in sectors such as aerospace, cybersecurity, and military equipment manufacturing. These industries are expected to see a surge in investment and innovation, potentially leading to technological advancements and increased productivity. However, this significant allocation of resources to defense comes with trade-offs. Funds that could have been used for education, healthcare, and infrastructure development are being redirected. This shift may impact the quality and availability of public services, affecting the daily lives of German citizens. Additionally, a substantial increase in military spending could fuel inflationary pressures. As the government injects more money into the defense sector, the overall demand in the economy may rise, leading to higher prices for goods and services. This could erode the purchasing power of consumers and create challenges for monetary policy. The economic impact of Germany's rearmament will depend on various factors, including the pace and scale of the military buildup, as well as the efficiency with which resources are allocated and managed. The government's ability to balance defense needs with economic stability will be crucial in determining the long-term outcomes. It remains to be seen whether this rearmament will be a net positive or negative for the German economy in the long run. Analysts and policymakers will closely monitor the situation, assessing the broader implications for economic growth, public welfare, and national security. The decisions made today will shape Germany's future for years to come. Germany's economic woes have significant implications for Central European countries. These countries, including Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary, rely heavily on German investment and demand. As German factories scale back production, Central European suppliers are feeling the pinch. Orders are drying up, forcing some companies to lay off workers or shut down operations. The slowdown in economic activity is impacting everything from manufacturing to transportation to retail. The uncertainty surrounding the German economy is making investors nervous, leading to a decline in foreign direct investment in Central Europe. The economic slowdown in Germany highlights the risks of overdependence on a single trading partner. The economic challenges facing Germany are not unique. Across the developed world, countries are grappling with similar issues: soaring inflation, slowing growth, and supply chain disruptions. The interconnectedness of the global economy means these challenges are shared by all. Just as Germany's economic woes have ripple effects on its neighbors, the actions of other countries can exacerbate or alleviate Germany's problems. A swift resolution to the conflict in Eastern Europe would ease energy prices and reduce uncertainty in the global economy. Greater cooperation among major economies on issues such as trade and climate change would create a more stable operating environment. Addressing these challenges requires a collective effort, recognizing the interconnectedness of the global economy. The economic crisis gripping Germany is a stark reminder of the fragility of the global economic order. The interconnectedness of our economies means that a crisis in one nation can have ripple effects across the globe, affecting markets, businesses, and individuals far beyond its borders. It is a crisis that demands a collective response, transcending national borders and partisan divides. No single country can tackle these challenges alone. It requires a unified effort from the international community, bringing together the best minds and resources from around the world. Germany, with its history of economic prowess, has a crucial role to play in this effort. Its robust industrial base and innovative spirit have long been a cornerstone of the European economy, and now, more than ever, it must leverage these strengths to lead by example. It must address its own internal economic challenges, implementing structural reforms to boost productivity and innovation. This includes investing in new technologies, supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, and ensuring a fair and competitive market environment. But Germany cannot do it alone. Collaboration is key. By working together with other nations, sharing knowledge and pooling resources, we can create a more resilient and sustainable global economy. It needs the support of its European partners, allies in North America and Asia, and the international community. This means fostering stronger economic ties, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and committing to joint initiatives that promote stability and growth. This crisis presents an opportunity for renewed cooperation on a global scale. It is a chance to rethink our economic strategies, prioritize long-term sustainability, and build a future that benefits all. Failure to act decisively risks prolonging the current economic crisis and undermining the global order. The stakes are high and the consequences of inaction could be severe, leading to prolonged economic hardship and instability. The world is watching. The time to act is now. We must seize this moment to come together, harness our collective strengths, and pave the way for a more prosperous and secure future for all.